Hello, this is Mayor Marty Walsh. I want to share an important update with the families of the Boston Public School students regarding the coronavirus. This evening I announced that we will close the Boston Public Schools starting Tuesday, March 17th. We plan to reopen our schools on Monday, April 27th.
My name is Lucero Castillo. I am a middle school English language learner specialist at Excel Academy Charter School in East Boston.
I'm taking your test, kiddo.
I'm taking it.
We knew about the situation, so our school was kind of proactively, we got packets together for kids and we sent them home. So we sent them home with at least 2 weeks of work across our contents. As of right now, we're following Boston Public School guidelines. So right now our school is running the same way that they announced. So we should be back by April 27th. There's still some uncertainty with that. So we're just kind of keeping our eyes open. Our administration has been doing a really good job of communicating with us kind of what they know and what we should be preparing for.
Hello, my name is Gonzalo Corral. I teach 10th grade US History and AP US History at Academy of the Pacific Rim in Hyde Park. So I'm planning on going home to San Antonio to my family tomorrow. I'm going to drive down there because flying seems a little risky and I'm not sure what flights are going to come back. So I'm going to take a 30-hour journey with my roommate and friend. And I'm not doing it because I'm particularly scared. I'm doing it more so that I can be close to my mom and close to my family. This is a really difficult, unprecedented time. And it really hinders my ability to be a good teacher. Like, I don't know how we can be teachers during this time. Like, we can put on assignments and actively learn, or Edpuzzle, in which we give students assignments to read or videos to watch and then look at their writing and give them feedback. But I think part of being a teacher is being partly a performer. You're up there on stage, you're engaging people, you're narrating, especially in history, threading the story of like what's happened, why did it happen, how it impacts us today, and that becomes nearly impossible to do through solely an online interface. So right now I'm working out how to best navigate that and how to go through the story of history with my students. And if anybody has a solution.
We're still continuing to kind of do the same things we've been doing. We've focused on ensuring that students have like a manageable amount of work to do on specific days. So we split up Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Even though the date is tentatively set for May 4th, we're kind of also like, going around the same route as we're probably going to be closed for the rest of the year. So then what does that mean for next year, especially at the start of next year? So we decided to move forward and like continue our units with students. So they're learning like the unit that they would have been learning as if we were in school. But, there are a lot of barriers that can come from that, in terms of how to access materials, and then understanding materials. So right now we're thinking of what is unit 1 for August going to look like. And a lot of it is centered around remediation and helping students kind of catch up on what was missed when they didn't get the supports that they really fully needed as if we were in person.
They pushed us as a school to really stop thinking about students as grades and to really think about more what are we doing in terms of them actually learning? What are we doing when they need further supports? What do we do when we get a piece of writing and it's not up to par? Instead of putting a grade on it, it's well, these are the things you can do to improve on the writing or improve on your thinking, and then sending it back to the student, allowing them to revise it. And I think that's where I agree with where we're moving towards. I think it's pushing us this way of that's where learning happens, when we're asking students to think about what they did and how to improve upon it.
Now that we've actually been online teaching and I've been, having small groups with students, it's definitely changed the way I think we all it's definitely reshaped education in itself. There are moments where, now we're navigating not just content, but how to access it online, how to navigate through apps, how to best manage your time.
It's definitely not a break. And it's just definitely a different way of teaching.